Hey y'all, it's Kim from Kim Dixon Creative, and I'm here again today with a project for Not Too Shabby using the May 2023 stamp of the month. And we've used these critters a few times this month, and I'm going to make another background using the fireworks. Today I'm going to use this piece of navy blue cardstock, and I don't know where it came from. I'm trying to use up stuff in my stash. But it's a piece of navy blue cardstock, and I'm going to cut down a panel to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is just the standard A2 card front. So I'm going to get that cut up, and then I'm going to come in with my little anti-static powder tool. This is a little powder tool from Cat Scrappiness, and I really like it. It lays down a good layer of powder. And I've got some juicy sticky ink from Ink on 3, and I'm going to just stamp some random fireworks on my little card front there. And you're about to see why I don't do free range stamping very often. I messed that up. My stamp pad was in the way. And if you look closely, you can see that one of the little stars is blurry, but I don't think it shows on the final card. When you're doing a background like this, you want to stamp on your page, but you also want to stamp some off of your page a little bit to where it looks like things are continuing on. And on my larger images, I try to stick to the rule of odds. And so I've got 5 there. Now, when I get into my smaller images, I just want to fill my page, so I don't really count. But I try to make sure that I have an odd number. They say odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye than evens, and so that's what I stick with. Now I'm going to come in right here with a little brush. Yes, that's a water brush, but there's no water in it and has been no water in it. But I'm just kind of dusting off where there's some of that ultrafine powder there. It's just an ultrafine silver embossing powder from Ranger, and brush that off. The good news about this particular background, if there is stray powder, it kind of adds to it. You know, it looks like the sparks from the fireworks, so it's okay. But I come in with my heat tool, my Wagner heat tool, and I'm going to just melt up that embossing powder there. And we all know, every one of us that's ever done anything with heat embossing knows that's just so satisfying to watch that powder melt. I don't know why, but it is. So I'm going to come back in with my smaller firework image and stamp another odd number going off the page as well in places. Um, and then I'm going to, after that, I came in with the stars and just filled in all over the page. And I'm heat setting the stars. I'd already heat set the fireworks that I just stamped, and then I came back in to do the stars. And that filled in that page very well. Um, I think the background turned out super cute. So now I'm going to let it cool a little bit, and then I'm going to come in with a microfiber towel and buff off any of that excess white powder from my anti-static tool. And that also, you know, it kind of cools it down, but more than anything, it buffs off any excess powder that was left from that anti-static powder tool. And I can tell you right now, I have powder and embossing powder all over my desk, and it's driving me nuts. But I'm going to trim down that panel. I'm going to trim it down to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to mat this on a piece of red glitter paper. I mean, as if we didn't have enough shine already, I'm going to use some glitter. But I want to have that border, so I'm going to cut that down to, again, 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, and in comes my red glitter paper. I'm going to cut it down to 5¼ by 4 so that it mats behind that navy blue piece very well. I mean, it's 4th of July. You have to have sparkly stuff. You have to have red glitter somewhere. Now I've got a piece of accent opaque cardstock that I got from Amazon. It's the 110-pound weight. And I've cut it down to 4¼ by 11, and I'm going to score it at 5½. And I like this trimmer because it has the trimmer and the scoring tool all in one. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that there and use my Teflon bone folder, and that's going to make us an A2 portrait top fold-in card. And I'm just going to adhere these panels straight down to my card base. And you see I've got to wipe some of this dust. It's sticking to my fingers, and I can't handle it. But I love using the embossing powder because I love the way it looks, but I can't stand for it to get on my hands and in between my fingers. I've never been one to play in the sand, and I can't handle it. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this red glitter down to my card base, and that obviously is going to leave a little bit of a white border around. Get that down there good, and that art glitter glue sticks very well. Then, because I think it looks crooked to me, but it is too late. It is stuck. It's not crooked. It's just off center, just a hair. You guys probably can't even tell it on camera, but in person I can tell it. But it's okay. It's handmade, so it's not going to be perfect. Now I decide how I want my fireworks to look, and I'm going to get that glued down on that red panel there, on my glitter panel. Now I feel like that maybe I'm not glittery enough, so I'm going to pull that red back in there, and I'm going to cut an oval out of that red glitter paper with my oval dies. These are stitched oval dies, but to be honest, on that glitter paper, you really can't see the stitching. You can in person, but not that well on camera. And I thought I wanted it to go vertically, but then when I got it on the card, I thought, ooh, I like it horizontally. All right, you remember when I first showed you guys the stamp and die of the month, I colored up all of the images on the stamp set, and I've been using those images all month long to make cards. And these are the final 2. I've got 4 images left, and I'm going to end up using all 4, but these are 2 of the final 4 images that I have left that I colored up at the beginning of the month. And so I'm just going to pop this little red glitter oval. It's my card. It's got to have some foam tape, so it's going to be put up on some foam tape. And I got this foam tape from the Not2Shabby shop. And I'll leave that linked in the description box below, along with a link to the stamp and die set of the month. They still are available to purchase. You can purchase it just one off, and when you go there, just don't click on a frequency. But if you want to subscribe, which is the best way to do it, because you're guaranteed to have it, you need to click on the little drop-down box and choose monthly, and you will be guaranteed to get the stamp and die set of the month. You can also just purchase the stamp of the month if you would like. It is also available for one-off purchase, and you do the same thing for the subscription. If you want it monthly, you just click the little drop-down box and choose monthly, and it will come to your mailbox every month. So you just see I am just gluing these little images straight down onto my card, onto that red glitter oval that I cut. And I wanted the bunny to hold that, but he's already holding a banner, so I'm just going to have that balloon just floating in the air there by him. So I think he turned out really cute. Now, to bring some of the outside to the inside, the last 2 images that I colored One is a lollipop and one is like a bomb pop. And so I'm just going to adhere those to the bottom left corner of my card on the inside. Just bring some of that color that you have out on the front of your card to the inside, and it just adds a little visual surprise when they open up the card. Now I'm going to also stamp an image on the inside, not an image, a sentiment on the inside of my card that says, "Oh my stars." And I'm using Simon Hurley Love Struck ink. That's a pretty red for some of this stuff. I used that last card to color the fireworks in. And then I'm going to use that same ink to stamp my little Made by Kim Dixon Creative onto the back. And that way everybody knows I made that for them. Whoever I send this to will know that I made this card for them. Get my mess cleaned up, and oh heavens, put that pen back in that glue so it works again. And that's our card. I think he turned out really cute. And it was super quick. I mean, super duper quick. I didn't cut out a whole lot of making this card of this video. So, you know, it's a super quick card. And I hope it inspired you. I hope you go and pull out, if you got the Stamp and Die of the Month, I hope you go pull it out and make something today. If not, I hope you go running over to Jamie's shop and order it right away. I really appreciate you spending time with me. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would be honored if you would become a subscriber to my channel. It is totally free, and I don't inundate you with a whole lot of, I don't do a whole lot of extras, and so I would love it if you would become a subscriber to my channel. And while you're at it, if you found value in this video, click that little bell icon so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. In the meantime, here are a couple of videos that might interest you that I've done in the past. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.